So it's no secret that just like my channel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been on a downward trajectory lately. But the question is, can the original superhero family bring any lead back into that pencil? So welcome to my second review. Yep, this is a new format for my channel where I review latest movies. However, I almost didn't return. 2 weeks ago, I reviewed James Gunn's Superman. And spoilers! I basically just said, look, I didn't like the film. And oh boy! The anger and outrage that was caused by me just saying I did not like this movie. So yeah, with this particular video, I got a lot of hates, a lot more than usual, and I had thought to myself, you know what? Maybe not do any more reviews. Look, I tried something different, it failed. Look at all the vitriol it got me into. So maybe from now on, if I like or don't like a new modern film, maybe just keep it to myself. You know, maybe treat this as a what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of situation. But then I thought, no, not liking a movie is not a crime and nor should it be a controversy. So yes, I am going to review Fantastic Four. I don't know if that's stupid or brave or both, but either way, let's do it. And remember, it's just a review, not a dick, so you don't have to take it so hard. So I went into Fantastic Four First Steps with apprehension, because I haven't really been following Marvel the last few years for 2 reasons. 1, their products just haven't really been of interest to me anymore, and 2, I felt like Marvel engaged in this sort of unsavory trend that a lot of studios do, but a trend which thankfully I think is dying out. That being blaming the fans if a product doesn't do well. I feel like blaming the fans and saying, well, of course our product was going to fail. Our fan base is reprehensible. It really lacks accountability of making a bad product and leaves no room for nuances or improvement. That, and it's probably not the best to attack your customers, but okay. Regardless, so this Fantastic Four movie, which by the way is the 4th attempt at a cinematic Fantastic Four universe, takes place in a parallel universe that looks like our world, only from the 60s. But it's also slightly futuristic too, a retro futuristic aesthetic. And I love all that old school 1960s look and style they gave the movie. Hey, I'm a sucker for 1950s and 1960s stylistic homages. Even the Fantastic Four's car is kind of reminiscent of the 1960s Batmobile. And I love how in this world, everyone loves the Fantastic Four. They are already established heroes in this lore. And I feel like even the citizens of this world have an almost 1960s superhero TV show sensibilities about them. In that they're like, look up in the sky! Yes, it's the Fantastic Four! They have come to save the day! Yay! You know, those old-fashioned, is it a bird, is it a plane kind of sensibilities. Also, the movie features Herbie the Robot. About time! I can remember seeing Herbie in an old Fantastic Four cartoon when I was a kid, so it's nice to finally see him on the big screen. Okay, so here's the plot. The Fantastic Four are living in this retro 60s futuristic world, living their best lives. The Silver Surfer suddenly appears, who is a naked silver lady, and she is like, yep, Galactus is coming, and he devours worlds, and he is coming to feast on yours, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. And so naturally, suddenly the whole world is in fear. And trust me guys, I know personally how hard it is to fight Galactus. I fought against him on the X-Men arcade machine. So the Fantastic Four head out to confront Galactus to try and talk him out of it. And Galactus is like, okay, I'll spare your world, but in return you have to do this one particular thing for me. But the Fantastic Four are like, no, that'll be bad for our family. So because of this, when the Fantastic Four have to face the public then turn on our heroes, because in their eyes, it's like, why won't you do this one thing to save us all? This one thing for the entire world. You are now our enemy. Now, one thing I will say, there actually isn't much action in the movie. I was surprised because the trailer made it look like it was full of action. But most of the action from that trailer was actually from a montage at the start of the movie, basically explaining who the Fantastic Four are. I mean, yeah, there is a big climax at the end, but other than that, I think if you go into this movie expecting a big Avengers-style movie, then you may be a little disappointed. The main dilemma of the film isn't action-orientated, but it's more of a moral dilemma. That being the Fantastic Four are at odds with each other and the public in general. That being the conflict that the Fantastic Four have to save the world, but the only way they can save the world is by doing this one terrible thing that will destroy their family. So it's all about, how do we work around this? Is there other alternatives? What can we do? There's a conflict of interest of saving the family, but also the greater good. By the way, in one scene in particular, Reed Richards really puts his foot in it by revealing way too much information to the public, which basically gets them in this situation in the first place. It's like, no, stop, Reed Richards. Come on, man, you've got to be smarter than this. Giving away that particular information will bound to get you at odds with the public. Now, a few months ago, I saw a rumour going around social media that in the movie's climax, Sue Storm saves the day on her own by basically girl bossing her way through the climax to show that she doesn't need any help or something like that. Seriously, did anyone else see this rumour that was going around? Well, this absolutely isn't true. When we do see the Fantastic Four set out to save the day, they do so as a family. And family definitely is the main theme of the movie. It is all about family. I would imagine that Vin Diesel would absolutely love this movie. So not one member of the group is shown to be better than the other, and each one has their own mechanics and parts when it comes to trying to save the day and do the right thing. So this is a fun, feel-good movie that explores the importance of family sticking together. Now, it's not a masterpiece, and yes, it is another superhero movie on a current never-ending assembly line of superhero movies. But I did enjoy it, and when the movie ended, I left the cinema with a smile. So to sum everything up, not a superhero movie that focuses on action, but one that focuses on the importance of family and the moral dilemmas that can occur with that. So take with that what you will. See ya!